Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Better Call Saul. Last time on Better Call Saul, we had quite a ride. So, okay, Jimmy was selling phones to people who wanted privacy. Then he wrote up a bunch of receipts and then took the cell phones to sell them with cash. However, he got mugged by some punks, and then when he went in for his PPD check-in, he started boasting about, oh, he's got plans. He's gonna be somebody, and punks like them, they'll know who I am and stuff. So he was gonna be somebody. However, as that was the end of the episode, the beginning of the episode was showing the closure of Saul Goodman and Associates at the end of Breaking Bad, and how it was quite a ride, but the ride ended. Meanwhile, Kim was taking clients, but that conflicted with Mesa Verde, and Paige got all mad. And then Howard has insomnia. Poor guy. There was no Nacho last episode, was there? No. But Mike was bringing in European construction guys. I don't know how to say that, actually. Construction dudes. Yeah, construction dudes. But bringing in a couple of them from Europe, and they were basically trying to figure out who would be the best person to build the lab underneath the laundromat. And the first guy, he was kind of boasting a bit too much. He wasn't really talking about the problems and stuff. So they let him go, and they brought in the second guy. The next guy was saying, like, this is going to be hard as tits, so... And they were like, really? Hard as tits? And they were like, yeah, but it doesn't mean it's going to be impossible to do those tits, so... I don't know where I'm going with this bit, if it is a bit. Is it a bit? Let me know in the comments if you think this is a bit. Anyway, they got a guy, and that's pretty much that. And Mike is no longer pissed from where he was in episode 4, so... Yeah, and there was no Nacho. But there was Howard, so... You can only have one or the other. If you have Nacho, you can't have Howard. If you have Howard, you can't have Nacho. This is not a thing, as they have been in multiple episodes. They've been in the same episode multiple times, probably a bunch of times throughout the series. So, yeah. But they've never shared a scene. Anyway, we're on the back half of the season now, which is strange, because, again, I feel like nothing's happening. I mean, things are happening, but is a plot happening? That's another question. Again, it feels like an anime. We're just sort of in between arcs right now. And you know what? That's okay. So why don't we go ahead and jump right into this episode of Better Call Saul. Here we go. Ugh. Hey, mailroom Jimmy.
Many have tried to argue with Kim Wexler. All have failed.
Oh, so this is Kim in the mailroom too.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Whatever. This outfit she's wearing is so cute. I don't know why.
You know, your discovery for Cordero is coming this afternoon, so you might want to kick it up a bit. You really did it.
It's Chuck.
What?
Isaacson? The case? Chuck won a case that Howard thought was unwinnable using only the power of obscure case law.
Oh, she's so into it. She's so geeky. I love her. She's so beautiful.
Yeah, very. Carrion Holdings, Inc. would have been liable under the continuing enterprise exception as well, right?
That's right. Yeah, we looked into that. What was the case law on that?
Garcia versus co-manufacturing.
Sounds like it was
She's such a
Isaacson
nerd.
and Chuck handing him his butt on a platter, huh?
Well, yeah, but Isaacson is our client.
Oh, really? Okay, well, the other guy's butts then.
Yeah. served on
Jimmy.
platters. That's right. Thanks, Jimmy.
Jimmy's not into this at all.
Hail the conquering hero.
Oh my god, happy Howard.
That'll be you soon.
Nah.
Yep. Okay.
She wants to go arguing cases. She doesn't want a friggin' bank. And Jimmy just doesn't give two shits at this point.
Ben, what do you got for me?
But Jimmy did. Jimmy did learn this shit. Oh, because Jimmy was doing Jimmy was learning everything in secret. That's right.
Yeah.
You ain't taking those cases. Making new logos.
Does that mean you were able to schedule an appointment with a therapist?
I decided not to go. Yeah, listen, I know you wanted me to go.
You have to do what's best for you.
You should have gone to a therapist.
I should go open up.
No. You can't. Oh, Schweikert.
So, how's James holding up? I didn't get to speak with him at the funeral.
We're taking it one day at a time.
Hey, that's the truth.
Well, grief moves at its own pace.
It's kind of how we're taking the season,
it's
one
different
episode
for
at a
everybody.
time.
So,
I have a question for you. How's your banking division?
well, we have some banking work, but I wouldn't say we have a division.
Would you like one?
Is she giving him Mesa Verde? Or is she joining him and doing Mesa Verde?
2 bedrooms each.
Hold on.
Werner will probably
I
take
love
him home. The
the
rest of the
aesthetic
guys
here.
can double up. Werner said that this was going to take 6 months, which means 8 at least, probably 10, in total isolation. These guys are going to be doing 10 hours heavy labor every day, all night, and then coming home to this. We can't just keep them alive. We got to keep them from climbing the walls.
Okay, so we're just gonna build a town in here. I love it. I love
Make a list.
this aesthetic of just 2 nice, pretty decently nice houses and all this industrial crap.
Like a full camera.
What is it? Infection. Bad one.
I must leave. Tell Tyrus what you need. It will be done.
Infection.
Who was your aunt?
Geraldine Strauss.
Oh, Mrs. Strauss passed away.
Oh, I do actually remember that name. I remember that from the bus in Amarillo. I think.
Did Clarence get the Alpine Shepherd boy?
Oh, okay.
So, he finished college then?
Yep, just this last semester.
Oh man.
Good, that's good.
How did you know? Oh, because you did the will, right.
So the one with all the figures died. No.
Last week.
God damn it.
Oh, Mrs. Strauss. That is sad. At first, I thought they were gonna say Mrs. Landry, but no. But it's like equally sad.
My husband and I scrimped and saved for so many years. We did
Oh.
our best to, they told me they'd take care of everything, but then
I wonder if the actress actually died. That'd be so sad.
They want me to run their banking division. Build it, really. I've been taking on some pro bono work. Overflow from the public defender's office.
PD overflow, when did you... Why?
I like it.
She wants to find that
I'm good
case.
at it.
So she can do that.
I have been thinking about criminal
But-
law myself lately.
Nah.
You know, from when I get my license back.
She wants
Really?
other people at Schweikert to help with Mesa Verde so she can do stuff.
You're helping me. So you kind of get to have your cake and eat it too.
Kind of, yeah.
But you don't get any cake, Jimmy. God, these sounds are getting so intense.
I say do it. It's a great opportunity, and you should jump on it.
He's losing her again.
I stand by what I said.
Oh,
The guy's a charlatan. But there's a time and there's a place. And that wasn't it.
He left me quite the mess.
Yeah, I can see that.
I mean,
It'll be okay. Eventually.
he was working through stuff too, you know?
No one expects you to wear a hair shirt for the rest of your life.
Same goes for you.
You and Kaylee okay?
We're good.
Are you kidding me? I just referred a client to you guys. You're welcome, by the way. And you're telling me this place is falling apart? Get your shit together, Howard.
Excuse me?
Oh, please. You suffer one little setback and you're gonna let your entire legacy go?
Is he gonna try to motivate him?
One little setback.
Fine. Your pain is very special. Woe is you. Just stop wallowing, okay? This place is all you've got.
Or is he
That and
trying
your
some
hair, which,
tough
let's
love?
face it, you're a shitty lawyer, Howard. But you're a great salesman. So get out there and sell.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Jimmy.
There you go. Use that.
Use that. Good job, Jimmy. Oh no. The cell phones.
She's fine. Yeah, I change half the water in the tank every week. She's good. No, I know. Don't overfeed.
He called the vet.
Get rich quick schemes never work.
Just watch me.
Oh.
My doctor tells me again and again that you may never wake. And yet, I wait. We were always hungry. But there was a lucuma tree. One day, much of the fruit was gone from my tree. I thought it was probably a coati. I built a snare. It didn't take long for the animal to set it off. It ran under the house. So I waited. For hours. Into the night. I was so still. Finally, it came out.
He was like Drax.
It knew I was there.
Oh. Just
But
like
it was
Drax.
hungry. It fought me. But I was stronger.
Oh.
The merciful thing would have been to kill it.
Oh shit.
I kept it. I believe you will wake, Hector.
Oh. Oh my god. And that's why he never... Like, it takes him so long to kill him, and even then it's just because Hector went to the DEA. That's because of Walt.
That means you too. Kai. Over here, Kai.
Es reicht. Sie zahlen euch gutes Geld, dafür hört ihr gefälligst zu.
Well, that one's gonna be a problem.
Michael. They are all good boys. Once the work
You call him
begins,
Michael?
they focus. I'll see to it. What you've done here is very impressive. Thank you for that, Michael.
Hey. If you need anything to make this go better, you let me know.
I will, certainly.
And it's just Mike. That's weird thinking of his name being Michael. Man, where is this giant facility that Gus can just buy and put a house in?
You keep an eye on this one.
Yeah, Kai.
I come in peace. I'm just here to make a deal.
What kind of deal?
Look, fellas, we got off on the wrong foot.
You're going back to the
I'm sure you
punks.
saw me out here selling my wares and you thought I was just... I see a real need in this community for safe, affordable, untraceable phones, and I'm ready to fill it.
Wow.
All right, straight talk.
I mean, these kids are
I
just
need to be able to
stupid.
sell my phones without worrying about getting ripped off.
Why wouldn't we just take all of it?
Because I'm talking consistent, reliable profits.
Yeah, and then he doesn't go
Sure,
to the
you
cops.
Give me all you got now.
I'm trying to make money for all of us.
I mean,
here.
you're
Just-
talking to discount Scut
You can just
Farkas
expand
over
your
here.
thinking a little bit. You talk too much.
All right. We got a man of action.
I think Jimmy has a plan. You know what? I just remember he called the vet. I wonder if he has a guy. But please, for the love of God, be Huel. This really is Scott Farkas.
You should have taken the deal. You're like the stupidest person I've ever met.
Huel? A Huel and someone else, too. Ah! Ah! Oh, Jimmy's going all out. I think Jimmy's remembering a few things from Tuco. Oh yeah, the piñatas. He mentioned that on the call. The busted piñatas.
Didn't know I had friends, did you? So what's it gonna be, fast or slow? It's gonna hurt like a bitch either way. What was that? Was it slow?
I love how this is upside down.
All right, we're done. We're done! I think they get it. Seriously, guys, we're done. Okay, we're good. All right, that's enough.
Guys?
He got the message.
That's right. Listen to what he says. Listen to what he says. I got the message.
Well, hold on. I think this is part of the plan.
If it's that important to you, go ahead.
No, please. No, please. No, please, no.
Huel. Oh, that's the big guy from season 1. And Huel. I love that.
You get one warning, and that was it.
Oh, shit. That was awesome. Okay. I was really hoping at the end he would say, yeah, you're not... Tell everybody, don't mess with Saul Goodman. Oh, that was great. That was great. Alrighty, that is episode 6. You know, of all the episodes where I'm like, we're taking it one episode at a time, there's not really a plot going along, we're just sort of waiting and stuff, I think that might have been the best episode so far. Like, I don't know, like, I feel like stuff happened, you know? Ugh. Hold on, sorry, I'm being distracted by my chair. My chair's a little loose, so... Alrighty. So, interesting stuff. Very, very interesting stuff. I like it. And yeah, honestly, I feel like... Now, again, this is another episode without Nacho, I noticed. But, yeah, really... I don't know, just interesting, good stuff in this one. Alright. Oh, God, excuse me. Okay. Let's group everything together. First off, Kim. We got the flashback of Kim. How, yeah, she was such a nerd about that, you know? She's so into law, you know, and cases and stuff. And Jimmy wasn't like that, you know? Jimmy wasn't like that. But I like how... I mean, I guess at the end, when he goes to the library, I wonder if that's before... I wonder if that was before he actually, like, enrolled in the University of American Samoa, you know? Like, I wonder if he was just like, okay, they're talking about, like, 10 different cases. I'm gonna look these cases up and I'm gonna start learning, you know? He went to the HHM library. He's like, all right, I'm gonna study this, you know, I'm gonna learn this stuff, so... But yeah, but that definitely showed, well, first off, how cute Kim was in that outfit, and something about the way she had her hair up. It wasn't the normal ponytail, you know? I don't know, it was so ungodly adorable, but that's beside the point. The point being Kim being so excited about the law and everything, and, you know, and when Jimmy says, you know, that's gonna be you someday, You know, the great victorious lawyer who solved this, you know, complicated case with some obscure precedent, you know? And a good use of Chuck. Interesting, you know, bringing Chuck back like that, you know, bringing the actor back now. Which, I mean, Breaking Bad has done that forever, you know? It's like, oh, well, we need this character for a flashback or whatever, and they do that, you know? But I like that it was an interesting use of Chuck, if a sort of minor use of Chuck, just in that flashback. But that was good, and again, it shows how excited Kim was about the law and everything. And yeah, you completely understand why she's not satisfied with Mesa Verde, you know? Like, Mesa Verde is it's a good client, and she's making bank off of it. She's making bank off a bank, you know? But it's not enough. It is just not enough for her, and you understand that. And so now she has come up with a solution that unfortunately cuts out Jimmy, you know? I feel like I just made that worse. Hang on. A solution that unfortunately cuts out Jimmy by building up the banking division of Schweikert and Coakley and having many, you know, associates and people working with this, you know, like last episode they said that, you know, her paralegal, you know, struggled to recreate whatever, you know, she had done. So now she'll have people that can do that. And while she's the boss, that will free up a lot of her time so she can take on cases, you know, take on random cases, find the cases like Chuck did, you know. So, yeah, it's literally she gets to have her cake and eat it too. She gets to have Mesa Verde and do the work that she wants. Boy, that must be an amazing thing, you know? Like, actually getting paid really well off of doing something you're good at, and also doing the thing that you love at the same time. What a concept that I wish I had. It's like, now I'm jealous, and I'm not even a lawyer. I just want that for here, you know? I want that for here. I want my cake and eat it too. And look at me, I'm a big guy. I want my friggin' cake, you know? Anyway. But yeah, she gets to have her cake and eat it too. However, that cake is denied to Jimmy, because while he's going to have his cake, but he's not going to eat it. Having his cake will be being Saul Goodman. Eating his cake would be Wexler and McGill. And that's not coming back. That ain't coming back, unfortunately. And yeah, he had to, man, that scene where he has to just go away for a minute, you know, and contemplate everything. And yeah, he's losing Kim again, you know? He's losing Kim again, but she's moving on. And I like, he does accept that. But if anything, that then reinforces, like, if anything, he's like, okay, Kim's going off to Schweikert and Coakley, then I need to, like, quadruple down on what I'm doing, you know? I need to quadruple the fuck down on reinventing myself, you know? Wexler and McGill? Nope. Elder Law? Nope. You cannot go back to what you had before chicanery. You can't go back to what you had before chicanery. And now he's going to have to be something else. He's going to have to be someone else. But obviously, we're not quite there yet. I know, it'll be a while. I thought that would be a good moment where it's like, you know, he needs to start getting his name out there so he becomes Saul Goodman. But obviously, I know, we can't rush the use of that name, you know? So yeah. But I did like that going to those punks. Those friggin' punks, man, like, they are just punks of the highest degree. Like, it's just, it's one of those things, and obviously Jimmy couldn't take them himself. I don't think, like, Jesse could do that, you know? But doing that intimidation, and if anything, that was just a very Walter White moment, you know? Like, I remember Walter White, this must have been season 2. It was before he and Jesse really started getting into it again. You know, he thought, after the whole Tuco situation, he was done. But then, he sees, just this kid buying all the supplies. And, he's like, no, you're doing it wrong. You need this and this. And when he runs off. But then when Walt goes out there and he's like, stay off of my territory, and those two just leave, Like, that's kind of what I'm getting here with Jimmy, is just hey, you don't fuck with me anymore, all right? So yeah, that was very clever. And then, just the fact, first off, that he keeps using the vet. I just find that hilarious, But, yeah. But he got the vet to orchestrate this whole thing with piñatas, which is really funny. This whole thing with piñatas. And then he got Huel, and the big guy. I love seeing someone bigger than Huel, and I know Huel is, he's really slimmed down since Breaking Bad years. But, of course, in canon, it means he's just going to gain a lot of weight in Breaking Bad. But, it's good to see Huel again. It's always a pleasure to see Huel. But this could have been an easy time to, bring in Bill Burr if they wanted to do that. But I like how that the other person was the big guy from season 1, when you got Mike and Trevor from GTA 5. And then you just got that dude is friggin' tall. Like, that dude has to be, a tall man, specifically, Like, that dude, he was 4 times the size of Mike, He's at least twice the size of Huel, if not 3 times, So I like having the two of them do that. And yeah, the threat of, they're tied up and they're just bashing piñatas. And I like that it was still part of the plan of all right, guys, let him go. And they keep going. It's oh, no, you can stop and stuff. And it's that's your one warning. You don't get another. Basically just all you're missing is just the stream of piss coming down their faces, So that was really, really good. I like that. What else do we got this episode? Howard. Poor fucking Howard. Yeah, Howard, still, everything's terrible for Howard. But I like Jimmy does kind of care about him, Because honestly, if anything, Howard is kind of the innocent in all of this. So I like that Jimmy, I like the sort of backwards motivation. He was pissing him off because he wanted him to get pissed off so he would go out there and fix HHM, look, you may just be H now, but that is a damn good H, and you better get your ass out there and, sell. And I like how he says, you're a terrible lawyer, but you are a great salesman. Now go sell HHM. And I just like that. Just fuck you, Jimmy. And it's yes, use that. So it is a sort of backwards motivation, but I hope that works. I hope that motivates him, So I hope things get a little better for Howard, Go out there, sell HHM, Even if the first Howard and McGill were the big guys that made HHM what it is, you're Howard goddamn Hamlin. You go out there and you fucking keep HHM at its best. Make HHM great again. God damn it. Anyway. Oh, and then, yeah, the whole thing with Mrs. Strauss. Now, it didn't say at the end there, but I hope the actress didn't die. I'm going to say because there was nothing at the end, maybe not. Otherwise, they might have put that there, They might have put that in the end. But, yeah. And okay, so now I swear when they said Geraldine, I swear that was one of the names from the bus in Amarillo. But it's not. It's his original Alpine Shepherd Boy client. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to live with myself unless I know. So I'm actually going to look up the actress and see if she died or not. I hope not. Because otherwise, we're going to end this episode on a sad note. For the most part. We still got to talk about Werner and stuff. But I'm going to look this up real quick. Okay, looks like she's still alive. IMDb does not list a date of death, so I'm going to assume she's still alive. I'm going to hope she's still alive, because otherwise that's just really sad, you know? All right. But yeah, Mrs. Strauss. And yeah, when they said, like, if it was going to be... Mrs. Strauss is definitely a good one to write in for that scene. Because, yeah, she's kind of the original, like, oh, I can do elder law. And, you know, went back to her to do the commercial and everything. And, you know, that sparked all the commercials and the dolly and stuff like that. And so she was very important. Man, if they had said that Mrs. Landry died, I might have fucking cried. Like, I don't fucking need that in my life, you know? I don't need it that they'll, like, in one of the last months of her life, she was sad AF, you know? But it was Mrs. Strauss. She died peacefully in her sleep. She was happy, I think. I think she was happy. So, I mean, I guess she might have been getting fucked over by Sandpiper, but yeah, they were helping her, so. And the kid got the Alpine Shepherd boy, which is good. You know, I know that the reason they titled that episode Alpine Shepherd Boy was because they couldn't call it Jello like they wanted to. But if anything, I feel like that makes it all the more important to be called Alpine Shepherd Boy. So yeah. So that was sad. Meanwhile, we had everything with Mike and Stacy. I like that, you know, that's the closest thing you're going to get to an apology from Mike. But I like that. And he did say, you know, while I do think he's a charlatan, there's a time and a place, and that wasn't it. And it was out of line. You know, he is apologizing. And yeah, they reaffirmed, you know, because he had, you know, that moment. But if anything, I feel like people in that group would listen to what Mike said as, oh, you're washed up in all your sadness, feeding on each other's sadness and stuff. You're like, I feel like in that moment, like in the moment that would be shocking, yeah, but I feel like anyone, especially Stacy, would be like, well, that's him working through his stuff, you know, where we're, you know, you wanted me to talk, I talked. So I kind of feel like that, you know, which is why Stacy can forgive him like she did. So I feel like it's that, you know, they would look at him and be like, well, he's got his own thing to work through, you know, and he's in this group, you know, so yeah, so I like that. And yeah, the two of them, it'll take a little bit, but I like that. But I like how, you know, it's like, oh, you know, I'll never forget Maddie. But I like how they say, nobody expects you to wear a hair shirt. And I like how she says, nobody expects that of you either, you know? So that was cool. And then we got the inside town. Okay, I love the aesthetic of this. And it's a very simple aesthetic, but I love it. Because you could have just put in, you know, all the other stuff. It's a fucking basketball court or whatever. You know, they had a bar. They had lazy boys with a projector. They have all this stuff. You could have just put that in a normal warehouse. I love that there are houses in there too. And something about that aesthetic is so cool to me. Just like, it basically just a house where it shouldn't be. It'd be like if there was a spaceship, like, oh, well, we're traveling through space on a long voyage. But instead of like, you know, crew quarters and on like a Star Trek show, it was just like a nice little house inside this spaceship. Like, and that's kind of what I'm, you know, getting with this, is these two houses, obviously not in a spaceship, but just in this, you know, industrial warehouse they've got that Gus somehow found and owns now. But I love that aesthetic so much. Just these two things, like, it's, you know, it basically, you have this nice cozy home in an environment that is not cozy what so goddamn ever. Not that, you know, if you go to this place you're in danger or something, but it's just, I don't know, it's the same sort of thing of like, and this is a bit different, but I like when Well, okay, like, when you see a house being transported on the highway, this shit is so cool. And obviously, nobody's in that house, you know? But it makes you think, like, oh man, what would it be like? You'd probably be scared shitless if you were in one of those houses while it was moving down the highway, but still. Whenever there's like a shipping container with like furniture in it, I love that shit. I love that shit so much. Like, here is a, you know, shipping container, this, you know, cold metallic box, but inside of it is like a TV and a couch and like a kitchen and a shower. Like, I love shit like that. Like, just this sort of dual aesthetic of two things that should not be together, but they are. And that is what this town is. And I fucking love it. I fucking love what they're doing for these guys now. But what the fuck is up with Kai? Like, dude, you are here on a secret mission being paid a decent amount of money. Like, show some fucking respect. Like, what are you doing, you know? So yeah. So hopefully Werner does something about that, or I don't know, something's gonna have to happen, I'm sure. And then just the fact that Werner always calls him Michael instead of Mike. I don't know why that's so weird. Like, I've just never thought about it. Michael Ehrmantraut. I mean, it's the same thing of, you know, Matt or Maddie, but it's Matthew Ehrmantraut, you know. It's just, and it's, I guess I'm one to talk too, because my name is Alex, but my full name is Alexander. You know, it would be like if somebody called me Alexander, and it's just like, well, that's not what I go by. I go by Alex, you know. So yeah, it's sort of that, where it's just like, you don't think about that with Mike. It's like, no, it's Mike. It's Mike Ehrmantraut, and it's a good name. Yeah, it's kind of different, you know, they kind of go back and forth on Breaking Bad with Walt and Walter. For the most part, it's Walt, but sometimes it's Walter. But yeah, it's, you know, it's like, okay, here's a good example, relating it back. It's like anytime Jesse says Walt instead of Mr. White, you know? It's like, whoa, you're supposed to say Mr. White, because that's what Jesse does, you know? But it's that sort of same thing here. It's like, wait, Michael, it's Mike. You don't have to call him Michael, you know? Oh, just an interesting thing I thought I'd talk about. But anyway, yeah, this honestly, like, I feel like the most things have happened this episode. Like, and again, I've been fine with this season. It's, you know, again, it feels like we're between story arcs, and that's okay. But pieces are moving, things are happening, and honestly, this has been my favorite episode so far. So, yeah, I really enjoyed this, and I'm curious to see where we are going next time. But that is basically it. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around to any of those. There's a playlist for all of my Better Call Saul reactions, as well as another playlist for all of my Breaking Bad reactions if you want to go check those out. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.